In 4.2, we're using linear equations in slope-intercept form, or we're writing linear equations using different bits of information that they give us. So this first section, we're writing an equation given the slope and a point. Write an equation given slope and a point. So we can write an equation even though they give us one ordered pair and one slope. Here's the information that you should write down. Write an equation of the line that passes through the point 6, 3 and has the slope of -2. When I do this, I'm going to write the steps off to the side. That way you have that for further reference in the future. So step 1, you're going to want to identify slope. I'm also going to say find here because in the future they might not give us slope. We're going to have to solve for it. That way we only have to write the steps once instead of again later on in the video. So right here it tells us that slope is -2. Your second step is to find the y-intercept. Or b. Okay, so we know that slope-intercept form looks like this. They give us, in the information, they give us a slope. They also give us an x and a y. So they give us enough information to fill in these variables so we can solve for b. So I'm going to fill in the information that they give us. The y is 3, the m is -2, the x is 6, and I'm going to solve for b. I'm using what I know to solve for b. -2 times 6 is a -12. I want to get b by itself, so I bring this -12 over by adding. So b equals 15. Now that I have a slope and I have a y-intercept, I can write my equation. Write equation with new m and b. Remember, it's going to be in slope-intercept form. M and B are the only letters that you're replacing. So again, I'm going to use this slope and this b. Y equals -2x plus 15. I just replaced the m and the b. Okay. Here's another one. Go ahead and write this down. Write an equation of a line that passes through the point -1, 3 and has a slope of 5. Go ahead, push pause now and try. We're going to walk through this one together. So my first step, step 1, is to identify or find the slope. This one gives us a slope again, so we don't have to find it, we just have to identify it. It does not give us a b, it does not give us the y-intercept, so we're going to have to find it by plugging everything we know into the slope-intercept formula. They give us an m, an x, and a y. Remember, this order pair means an x and y. So our y is 3, our slope is 5, our x is -1. We're going to solve for b. 5 times -1 is -5. We want b by itself, so we're going to bring 5 to the other side. So now that we have a slope and we have a y-intercept, we can do step 3. We can write the equation with the new m and b. M and b are the only things that are getting replaced. Y equals 5x plus 8. Alright. You try this. Write an equation of a line that passes through the point -1, 3 and has a slope of -4. Go ahead, push pause and try that now. Okay, this next section is called write an equation given 2 points. Okay, so the first problem that we're going to try has the 2 ordered pairs 3, 0, and 2, -4. We're going to follow the same steps that we made over here. That's why I have it split screen, because I want to be able to follow these steps. When they give us 2 points, we can still write an equation in slope-intercept form. Your first step is going to be to find slope. That's why we put the word find here. They don't give us slope, so we're going to have to find it. There's 2 different ways that you can find slope. You could graph this and use rise over run. I think that would take longer than the slope formula. Remember, the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the first ordered pair, so I'm going to have subscripts of 1. This is the second ordered pair, so I'm going to have subscripts of 2. I'm going to plug it right into the formula. y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. -4 minus 0 is -4. 2 minus 1 is a -1. And simplified, -4 divided by -1 is a +4. I have my slope. Next, I need to find my y-intercept. We're going to find the y-intercept the same way we have in the past, except we have options here. Notice in the past we had an ordered pair and we had slope, and I just plugged in that one ordered pair. You only need one ordered pair to find your y-intercept. You do not need both ordered pairs. So I'm going to pick one or the other. I like to pick the one with the easier numbers. This has a 0. So I'm going to pick this ordered pair. I'm going to have this slope. I'm going to plug it into slope-intercept formula, m, x, and y, to find the b. So my y is 0, my m is 4, and the x is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. To get b by itself, I do the opposite. And I find out that b is -12. My last step is to write an equation. After I have a slope and a y-intercept, I'm going to plug it right into slope-intercept form. Y equals 4x minus 12. If you would have picked the other ordered pair here, 2, -4, you still would get an answer, or you would still get a d of -12. Either one is going to work out. Okay, your turn to try this. Write an equation in a line when you have the ordered pairs 1, -2, and -5, 4. Push pause and try that now. Okay, we're going to talk about some word problems. These word problems can be hard because you really have to think about what they give you and what they mean, or what they're asking. So the first problem. Our counterable charges $2.50 per ride after an entrance fee. You paid a total of $22.50 after 6 rides. Write an equation that gives you the total cost as a function of the number of rides. And then later on, after we write our equation, we're going to have to find the total cost if you rode 15 rides. Okay, so here's my suggestion for this. We're going to be using slope-intercept form like we have in the past. Slope-intercept form is the total equals a rate plus a constant. Okay, so let's identify our rate and our constant first. The rate is the $2.50 per ride because it's going to change depending on the number of rides. Now let the slash means per. Our constant, it's not going to change no matter how many rides you go on, is the entrance fee. In this word problem, take a look at it. Is there anywhere where it tells you how much the entrance fee is? Unfortunately not. So before you can write an equation, you need to figure out what the entrance fee is. Because think about this, if we have slope-intercept form, where we need a number for M and we need a number for B, they give us the M, this is the M, they don't give us the B. So think about what we just did in the last slide. If they give us a rate and an ordered pair, can you figure out the y-intercept? This is an ordered pair. 6 rides for $22.50. Okay. We're going to plug that information in to find our entrance fee right here. This is our x, this is our y, this is our slope. Solve for B. $2.50 times 6 is 15. Bring 15 to the other side to find B. And we figure out that B is $7.50. So to get into this park, it costs us $7.50. After you have a slope, a y-intercept, you can write an equation. Our total cost of going to this park, total cost, maybe you want to use C, I'm going to use Y, equals our slope, $2.50 per ride, X means ride, maybe you want to use R, plus the cost of the entrance fee. Okay. Now we can answer this question. Find the total cost for 15 rides. To find the total cost, we plug in 15 here. Okay, so 250 times 15 is, 250 times 15 plus 750. I plugged that right into my calculator. I'm trying to save you time here. $45. Not $4.50. Is $45. So after walking the door and paying $7.50 to go inside the park, you went on 15 rides that cost $2.50 and your total was $45. Make sure that you write down any questions that you may have.